lining up correctly, things like that. How did they? I'm not asking for specific grades, but just in general, how do you feel like the defensive backs, graded out in that area?
We got a line for the most part. There was a couple snaps where we did not get a line, but it just came down to executing their assignment. And that's where we had our breakdowns, and just the execution of the assignment. Our eyes weren't quite right, and it may have been, some of the tempo, but, I talked to our guys, and they were like, we knew what we had. We just didn't do it on a couple snaps. But we were aligned for the most part, just for 2 plays that I can remember, and those plays didn't result in touchdowns. It didn't result in anything. We still handled ourselves on the play. It was just other plays where our eyes were right, we were aligned, we just didn't execute the coverage.
And in terms of going from Oregon to Arizona State, it seems like there's a lot more similarities there than maybe Stanford to Oregon. So,
Correct.
But I mean, does it help at all to maybe have a little bit more similarity as opposed to kind of?
Yeah, instead of bouncing back to the pro style,
exactly.
Pounding the ball offense and then to a spread, absolutely it helps to have some carryover. And then we see this offense in practice every day. So the bottom line is us. It doesn't matter what the team does. We got to play our core principles and concepts, and then just go with that.
Would you prefer going goods versus goods like the rest of the year, just the way that things have worked out for you?
I like that because of the tempo and the speed of it. But then again, you got to get the specific looks that you need for when teams have little variances of things that they do. But goods versus goods is good. I like it.
And obviously it looks like you're leaning on a few of your key guys. But some of the freshmen that are coming through and guys like Brandon Beaver, I mean, are there some guys that maybe in the next couple of weeks we could see break through and be a lot more a part of your game planning?
I hope so. And I tell them all the time that that's on them in practice. We have to execute in practice, and if you don't do it in practice, it's not going to magically happen in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for that, because then when we get to that point, then we'll start building some depth, and we can play more guys, but they have to make me feel more comfortable in practice so I can feel comfortable in the game.
Mm-hmm. Any of those guys you feel are doing that and taking that to heart?
I'll watch the film today.
How have you seen Will Schamberger progress from when you first got here to now?
Will has done a great job. Will is awesome because he's a fifth-year senior, and he sits in the meeting rooms and he takes notes about everything that's going on. And I tell the freshmen, look at him, man. He's a fifth-year senior that played a lot of ball, and he's still taking notes. So he knows the scheme, and he knows exactly what the calls that we're supposed to make. And I mean, he's always been like that, but he's done a great job. He's a good leader by example. Not a big vocal guy, but leader by example. So, I mean, Will has done awesome. I love him.
Would you rather see that, a guy who leads by example and goes about his business, than someone who's always hooting and hollering?
Yeah, hooting, hollering, and all the talking doesn't do anything. The guys follow the guys that lead by example. I want the job to get done. I could care less for all the talking and hooting and hollering. If you're not making plays on the field, all that talking just wasting breath.
Do you think that relationship he has with Keith Price kind of shows on his side of the defense as far as being a leader and kind of the way they interact with each other? Do you see that?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know Will's a good dude, and he's going to do everything that he can and to do it right and do his best for the team and play within himself.
And when you see, just looking at Arizona State's receivers and some of their yards per catch, it's pretty gaudy. I mean, looking at that as defensive backs, how do you kind of approach that? Just taking away the big play, it's keeping things in front of you.
We just got to do our job. I mean, all teams that we played so far, with Boise, Idaho State, all those guys, they all throw the ball down the field. Mm-hmm. So we got to just have good eyes, good discipline, know what our leverage is, know where our help is, and execute. That's it. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, they got good receivers, Richard Smith, Jalen Strong. They're all pretty good guys. They can run an explosive offense. They get about 9 explosive pass plays a game. And I mean, we play against our offense every day, and I think that the personnel is pretty similar. So we just got to go and execute. It's just about winning your one-on-ones.
Thanks, Coach.
The breakdowns against Oregon.